Hi, it's Brendan from DecoNetwork, and I'm here to present some of the key new improvements and features we've just released in DecoNetwork version 7.0.15. And we'll start off with a new improvement we've made to Business Hub. And we'll start off in the Production tab. Now, in the Production tab is where you manage, of course, all your production. We've made some neat new improvements to help you understand what's coming and what you've currently got on your workload. Now, we've always had a list of all your jobs ready to go for production, but there's always a case where you've got some jobs that are nearly ready for production and you want your production team to be aware about it. Well, we have a neat little list over the side here that shows you exactly how many orders are waiting for PO, waiting for stock to arrive, waiting for some artwork to be created, and we'll touch a little bit on this in a moment, and waiting for a campaign to end. We also have them available as a status option to filter from the drop-down list, but they're also available in a dedicated tab called Not Ready for Production. So when you click on that, you can see all those jobs that are coming but aren't quite ready for production yet. We'll click back on the Awaiting Production tab. And we've also always had a Quantity tab as well. But this Quantity tab could be broken up into what you've already done and what you need to do. So to help you manage what you've already done and what you need to do, we've created two extra columns which show the quantity that have been shipped already and the quantity that have been produced already. To enable those new columns, you click on the Column Config tool, and you check quantity produced and quantity shipped. And this will update your screen to show you not only your total quantity tab, which is how many of those products you have, but how many of those products have you already produced or printed, and how many have you already shipped. So you can keep a constant tab of exactly where you are for what is coming in production and what is currently working in production. For our next improvement, we'll head over to customers. Now, of course, we've always had the ability to make customers in DecoNetwork, and a customer can be created when you've made a new order or quote in Business Hub, or when a customer self-serves on the front-end website, a new customer record is created as well. Now, sometimes your customers log in with their existing account, or sometimes they repurchase again under the same name but create a whole new account, and they've always been separate accounts. We now give you the ability to merge two customers that are the same together. So let's say I know that I've got two Frank Smiths in my business by mistake. So first of all, I'll locate all my Frank Smith customers, and there they are. And I'll select the first customer, Frank Smith. And I now want to merge Frank to another customer. So I click Merge Customer, and it gives me a warning that it will be a merge into a single account, and all the orders and everything will all be merged under a single one account. I click OK, and I then locate that customer, Frank Smith, and then I select him, and I can go through and then merge that customer together. But do keep in mind it will delete the old account and merge all the information into a single account in Business Hub, including quotes, designs, orders, and of course your layouts. So a great new improvement to merge your similar or like customers into a single account. Okay, for our next improvement, we'll click over to purchase orders. Purchase orders, as you know, is our ability to create live or offline purchase orders with your suppliers. So with Sanmar, SNS, Ralawise, or whoever your supplier might be, for the stock you need to produce in your business. We now give you the capability when you view a purchase order to also delete that purchase order. So if it's no longer required or for whatever needed can be deleted, just simply view that order, click on delete, and delete that purchase order. But keep in mind it is permanent and that purchase order will be deleted forever. Okay, so the next improvement, we're going to click over to our orders screen. And we're going to start by generating a brand new order. And we'll choose a customer. And we'll add some line items. First of all, we'll add just a 2000L t-shirt. And put maybe quantity 10. Then we'll add another line item, a Gildan 2000. And we'll change that to antique cherry red and add one more. And this time we'll add an iPhone case. Okay, now that I've got my line items on screen, we now give you the ability to sort and order those line items on screen. So if I want the iPhone to be to the top, I can select the iPhone and move up to the next row. Now if I click into my quantity field and I update that to be 100 and now maybe another 100 there. So do quite a large order. And at the moment it's giving me a discount of 15%. I can now click on the total screen, and it not only gives me a total discount that I can apply, but I can bring it down to an exact per unit price. So if, for example, I've negotiated with my customer $2.50 for that garment, I don't need to get out a calculator and times it by the quantity to figure out what the overall discount is. I click on the unit price and I put in $2.50 and click OK, and it will update the discount price and the field to the exact discount that I promised that customer. And while we're on the topic of discounts, I'm going to click over to my Manage Fulfillment, and we've made a new improvement to the way we handle and manage the volume discounts. Now, as you know, volume discounts, which are set under Manage Fulfillment, Settings, and then Volume Discounts, these are discounts that used to apply to a particular line item. So let's say you did a volume discount that if they ordered more than 20, you give a 5% discount. But it only worked on a line item level, which means they had to order more than 20 of the same product to get that discount. We've now made a change where you can modify a volume discount to apply to either a line item or the whole order. So if I view this volume discount, it is currently set to each line item, but it can be the entire order, which means it's not just ordering 20 or more of the one product, but a 20 or more of any product within that order will give me that particular discount. Okay, our next awesome improvement we've made in version 7.0.15 is the introduction of MailChimp. Now, MailChimp, as everyone knows, is a world-leading mail management tool to do your newsletters, your email campaigns, or basically any mass mailing at all. And to first of all enable MailChimp on your website, you head up to the Add-ons App section, then browse through to the Website Tools, and locate and enable the free MailChimp Integration app. With the app enabled, we can browse up to Settings, and under Website Settings, we can select MailChimp Integration. Now on this screen, at a high level, we choose how we want to use MailChimp. First of all, the sync can be turned off, or you can sync in two other ways. You can synchronize all your customers, including the customers from your affiliate stores, to a mailing list in MailChimp, or you can synchronize customers just from your own stores to a MailChimp mailing list. I'll choose all affiliate stores, and this is where you enter your MailChimp API. Now, to acquire your MailChimp API, you need to use the MailChimp website, and we have a blog post on our website at DecoNetwork.com/blog integrating DecoNetwork with MailChimp, which highlights exactly what you need to do in MailChimp to set up and configure your list, and of course create and generate that API key. Once you have that key generated, you can browse back to your website, enter your MailChimp key, and verify. This will now connect to your MailChimp account and will allow you to choose whatever list you've created in your MailChimp account. Now, we recommend you create a single list and call it something like DecoNetwork subscribers or something around the term DecoNetwork. Once you've done that, you can then map your fields from DecoNetwork to your MailChimp fields. And in MailChimp, you can make a custom field called Store, for example. Then under Map Fields, you can select a brand new field. From DecoNetwork, take the value store or the store URL and add that to your MailChimp field store. Now what that will do is it'll synchronize your customer details from DecoNetwork, including all your affiliate stores as per my setting. It'll bring across the email, the first name, the last name, and the store that that customer registered under. That means in MailChimp, I can do a campaign to all the customers or a campaign to a customer from a particular web store. And I'll click OK and save that away. That will then perform a sync and import my customers from my DecoNetwork website across to my MailChimp website, and will keep it constantly updated as new customers come in and change their details on DecoNetwork. And while that happens, I'm going to click back over to DecoNetwork Business Hub and highlight one of the final major improvements of version 7.0.15. Now I've got a whole bunch of line items in this order: the iPhone, the t-shirt, and the red t-shirt. I'll just delete the iPhone case, and I'll delete the red t-shirt for now. Okay, now I'm left with this grey sports grey 2000L t-shirt. Now, a great new improvement we've introduced in version 7.0.15 is the ability to request artwork approvals or artwork change approvals from your customer. So we'll start off with this job here. Let's say, for example, I want to send this job to a customer, but I want him to approve to make sure that the artwork is correct first of all. I can click on the online designer. I can click on the customer's design, click on printing, choose one of their existing designs that I've used in the past. And just to make sure that this is the correct artwork, I can click on my front screen, order artwork requires approval. When I save that order, it will enable me through my artwork approval section to send that customer an approval sheet. They can view that order online, ensure that's the correct artwork, mark it as approved, and only then will that order transition through to production. But I want to take that a step further. Let's say, for example, that artwork requires changing. So I'm going to go back into my online designer, click out this existing artwork, and I'll add some new artwork, and I'll add a design, and I'll browse on my hard drive, and I'll upload the Fun Run logo. And position that anywhere on the chest. Now, this is the incorrect year. This is only 2014, whereas we need it to say 2015. So with the artwork selected, I can check design requires change and change design from 2014 to 2015 and click done for that. Then I'll save that order away. And now I need to make a payment for that order to satisfy my minimum payment needs. So add a payment and pay the full amount, click OK. With that job now paid for, this job has now transitioned over to a brand new tab called Artwork Approvals. Now on this screen, I can see a list of the design jobs that have come in for my graphic designer to work on or modify. So I'll pick up this first job at the top here. And we can see it says City Fun Run 2014 with a change request to change from 2014 to 2015. Well, that's where your designer can download that artwork, load it into CorelDRAW or Adobe Illustrator, whatever program they use to make those changes. And when they're finished, they can upload that finished job. So we'll select the design, browse to my hard drive, grab the latest copy with the correct year and upload that. And it then swaps out the artwork on the design ready for the customer to approve. At this point, I can send it directly to the customer for their approval. This will then send a pre-formatted email to your customer to click on that link and view that order online. When your customer views that order, they see the exact garment they purchased with the artwork and the correct artwork in the right location, then of course a larger preview of the artwork with all the dimensions and sizes in place. Your customer can either make comments, reject, or finally approve that artwork for production. With the artwork now approved, that job will automatically transition through to production for your team to download and print and send to the customer. To read more about this feature, you can also browse our blog at DecoNetwork.com/blog and browse to the artwork approvals now available in DecoNetwork new in version 7.0.15. And you see a bit of information on there and a video created by Alex outlining all the great improvements and features to this brand new feature. Well, thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoy DecoNetwork version 7.0.15.